Today, we will be rebuilding the new look San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers team may remain a contender in this NFC, have been in the Super Bowl twice in the Shanahan era, but have lost both times. So our job today is to get them there again, but this time bring this team a Lombardi. But before we get in today's video, YouTube does tell me about 83% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do follow on that, want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. So really quickly, before we dive into this Niners rebuild, I do want to let you guys know that in the months of June and July, you guys will notice on this channel specifically, Crushables 2, that the rebuilds are probably going to slow down for these next couple of months because we're getting to the deadest time of the season, obviously. And if you guys have followed this channel in the past, you guys have noticed that I have taken like a break for 2 months straight when it's like this, and I don't ever want to have to do that again. So basically, I'm going to space out these last 16 new look rebuilds I have left to do. We're going to space them out through the month of June and July, where the rebuilds will slow down just a tad bit, just for now. But once Madden 27 is out, obviously we'll be back on full strength every other day. Rebuilds between the two channels, obviously. Rebuilds every day. But yeah, so if you do notice that there's not as many Madden rebuilds being uploaded as usual, that's because in the past, I have just stopped altogether, cold turkey, basically, and just have stopped uploading for 2 months straight, which I don't want to ever do that again. So I'm going to do it like this instead. I think that's gonna be a little bit better, so apologies if yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I can squeeze in some other things, but yeah, the rebuilds are gonna slow down a little bit for these next 2 months with it being so dead right now, at least for Crushables 2. Anyway, besides all that, let's talk about the 49ers and some of the things they have done to better this team. So of course, I've already released Brandon Ayuk. He was on this roster because technically he is still employed by the Niners. Who knows when that is gonna finally end? As a Commanders fan, and I'm sure Niners fans, like, everyone has their own opinions on how the situation is going. I don't blame the Niners for holding on to him, but there's two sides to every story. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, he'll eventually be released if I had to guess, or maybe some team trades for him. Maybe the Commanders cave in and get him a 7th. I'm not sure. Don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. But obviously, besides the Ayuk situation, we have Mike Evans as the biggest addition for the Niners, bringing him in at wide receiver. They're bringing Stribling through the second round. Defensively, they trade for Osa Digizua as well. Dre Greenlaw is back as a Niner. And the last time I did a Niners rebuild, I believe I forgot to put Dre Greenlaw on the team and Christian Kirk. So it's actually really good that we're redoing this. So let's go ahead and sim to the end of year one. We should make the playoffs in year one. This team is talented enough to do so. I'm going to leave the playbooks, the schemes, everything the same, at least for year one. I want to see how this team's going to do. We open up against the Seattle Seahawks, but hopefully we find our way into the playoffs in year one because this team absolutely has the talent to be there with everything they have. Well, at the end of the season, we finish up with a record that would usually get you in, I feel like, but 10-7 in this NFC was not good enough to make it. And wow, look, the Cardinals of all teams went 10-7. So they're the team. That's actually kind of wild. That was definitely an interesting sim. So Arizona, probably going to be one of the worst 3 teams in the league next year, makes it in at 10-7 as we go 10-7, but the whole NFC West finished up at 10-7 and 10-7 and above. That's actually insane. Wow, what a year one simulation that was. Offensively, 7th in the NFL, so really can't be mad at anything we've seen this year. Unfortunately, just kind of had a really unlucky thing there with the Cardinals being good randomly. But Ricky Pearsall had 13 touchdowns. Mike Evans had 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. Defensively, you had 10 sacks from Michael Williams, 7.5 from Nick Bosa, 7.5 from Osa Digizua, and then interceptions, 5 from Lenore, 3 from Greenlaw, 3 from Hobbs, and then 2 from Brown, 1 and 1. Well, that obviously is really disappointing because that is a wasted season for this talent that this Niners team has. So that really sucks. And actually, we lost to the Seahawks in Week 18. That's what did us in. If we win, we're in. So it's probably, I mean, it's really our fault at the end of the day. So let's just go ahead and get in the offseason, I guess. Let's see if we have like Trent Williams. Is Mike Evans going to retire already? I'm not really sure. We'll have to see what's going to happen there. So apparently we're going to have negative $7 million in cap space, but I think that could change in a second. We'll have to see. But we got the Bills and the Eagles that met up in the Super Bowl as Devontae Smith wins Super Bowl MVP. So shout out to Devontae Smith. Joe Burrow, Vrabel, Joe Burrow, Chris Jones, and Fernando Mendoza and CJ Allens were your rookies of the year. And the retirements are already showing. So I would assume that we're going to have at least one here. I'm assuming it's going to be Trent Williams if I had to guess. It was. Okay. So yeah, it kind of sucks because I do think Trent Williams is going to play longer than that. I guess I could have made him younger in theory, but it is what it is. He at least played for one more year for us. Anyway, negative $7 million. That could change, I think. I could be wrong, though. Let's see. No, we're still sitting at negative $7 million. Okay, so who's a free agent for us? So Dre Greenlaw. I mean, with them being an 86 overall, I would love to bring him back. Nate Hobbs, Jack Jones, Jair Brown, 27, Christian Kirk, Keon White, Mac Jones. Yeah, so there definitely is some big ones here. I don't know if there's anybody that just makes sense to cut right now. I mean, eventually, you know, teams always face that. The Niners have already had to deal with that a little bit anyway. You got Osa. I guess we could have saved for $16 million. They did just trade a third for him, and he just had a pretty good year for us. I don't know if I can really say and be like, all right, let's cut him. I feel like I could do this to at least keep Dre Greenlaw. I'd feel pretty good about that. I think I can live with the rest of the guys leaving, but I do want to keep Dre Greenlaw. Obviously, they just, well, let's see if that's enough. That could not be enough just yet. We need a little bit more. Okay, I think we can do that. So let's do one more cap saving move. We're gonna lose Jair Brown, but I do want to keep Dre Greenlaw really badly. So let's save or do one more. I guess Osa restructure saves 9 million. That would get us there. Lenore saves us 9 million. We'll do that. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. That should be enough. Maybe we have enough room to sign one more guy. I doubt it though. Greenlaw will probably take up most of it. I do want to bring him back though. So Dre Greenlaw continues to stay. Probably let the rest of these guys go. We have $8 million in free and cap space, so not a lot there. We should have a full slate of draft picks, I believe. So at least we'll have that. But I kind of want to run it back with this. Oh my gosh, our offensive line looks so dreadful right now. Or at least our right side's looking good, but man, everything else is just not good. So Stripling is a superstar dev. I'm a little surprised by that, but okay, I'll take it. We need it. Ricky Pearsall, I think, was only normal dev. He's up to star dev, so that's good. Love that as well. And then Kittle's still here. So yeah, I do want to improve the offensive line, obviously. Defensively, there's definitely some things to still like and we can get behind. D-line's looking as good as it can be. Corners are all right. Need a new safety. So offensive line and safety play is absolutely going to be the biggest priority for us. Don't think we get anything like that in free agency. You have Jaquan Brisker, which would be cool. Kit R. Pickens is here. But I would love to pick up maybe one offensive lineman in free agency if there's a good one. That way we don't have to worry about drafting like 3 offensive linemen to get it all addressed. We have Decker, who's an older, you know, Rasheed Walker, I guess, wouldn't be too bad if we have enough for something like that. Probably have to restructure one more guy. I wouldn't mind Steve either at guard. So, all right, I think we got to restructure one more guy. Then we're going to bring in one offensive lineman. I'll show you who it is before we go draft as well. Okay, so I am going to go in on Rasheed Walker to replace losing Trent Williams. So hopefully he will come to the team. Only signed a 1-year deal and Madden's glitching, so that's nice. So we're just going to have to do it like this. And okay, so we get him. So that's going to be our only addition through free agency because obviously we didn't have a lot of money to work with. So we get one offensive lineman addressed. We're going to need a center, a guard, and a safety somewhere in this draft. So that is what we'll try to grab. So let's jump in this draft and see if we can accomplish all of that. I'm actually quite shocked that Arch Manning has fallen this far. I've never seen that happen in my life. Don't know why that's happening right now, but KJ Bolden, this could be glitched, I think, just based off Arch Manning not going. I don't know. I feel like this is too good to be true. I guess not. So we're going to get KJ Bolden here, but how did Arch Manning fall this far? I've never seen that happen in my life. Anyway, so we got our safety in round 1, which is absolutely awesome because KJ Bolden's going to be a slam dunk pick, as you guys saw. Well, let's go see what we could do on the offensive line in the next couple rounds. So I'm going to be taking Trevor Locke out of Iowa, and he's going to probably be slid into left guard if I had to guess. 91 true value, got him at 50, so not quite a great pick, but still a hidden dev offensive lineman, which obviously we'll absolutely take because we needed that. Then I'm going to start thinking about life after George Kittle because his retirement could be coming soon for all we know. So I'm going to be taking Decker DeGraff here in round 3. And then I think I'm taking a center round 4. I didn't like any of the center prospects that were in round 3. That would have been a reach. So round 4 center feels like the best way to go about this because a lot of them weren't very good. And even then, we probably don't have a great center that we're going to be signing here. So Braylon Moore, I mean, lacks discipline, but has good grades across the board. So yeah, we'll just take him in round 4. Going to be 111 true value, got him at 114. So actually pretty good pick, all things considered. So really love our draft in. And we got also our Rasheed Walker in free agency. So yeah, pretty solid offseason. Went 10-7 last year. Just got to get back in the swing of things. And I think we'll be in the playoffs next year. So we're an 85 overall with an 87 offense and an 84 defense, which of course none of that is surprising. The Niners are in a great team. And here's what your offensive line is going to look like. So we need to move Trevor inside. We could move Walker inside as well, but I'll probably just move Trevor in for now. And then maybe we fix that in the future. But for now, I obviously wanted to address the offensive line. And I think we did that. We addressed all 3 holes that we had. So glad we were able to do that. So Trevor's up to 74. Moore is, you know, only a 72, but still better than not getting anybody at all. McCaffrey, Stribling, Ricky Pearsall, George Kittle, all that's looking good. Defensively, we bring in KJ Bolden, who's behind. I probably move him to strong safety because I do want him to start right away. We obviously invested a first-round pick on him, so definitely want him to play a big role this year. So we're going to go ahead and move him to strong safety. And then the only other thing that I think I want to do is I want to make sure that Stribling is lined up at the slot because slot wide receivers usually go off. And I'm assuming he'll be lined up there. It's actually going to be Pearsall. which Pearsall really benefited playing there last year. I mean, it really doesn't matter either way, but I'm going to throw Stribling there. I want to see what he could do this year with that superstar dev. So let's get into the regular season. We should be a playoff team in theory. I'm going to leave the schemes of the playbooks the same again because 10-7, still a decent record in the NFL. Usually gets you in the playoffs, I feel like. But let's see if year 2, our luck is much better because year 1, that was super unlucky. All right, so this season, much better, 12-5. It doesn't win us the division, and we lost to Seattle in Week 18 again. We get to play the Washington Commanders, which is kind of interesting. Obviously, they probably didn't sign Ayuk in the sim, but let's look at the injuries, nothing there. But yeah, the Rams won the division at 13-4. I mean, the NFC West is one of the best divisions in football with the Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers right now. Arizona has some talent on offense as well. They just need a QB, and I think they're eventually going to be good over there as well. But anyway, offensively, 10th in the NFL, 8th overall, which is good. Top 10 in the NFL is what I meant to say, but defensively, top 12, so we'll take it. 34-2 from Brock Purdy. What a season. Only 2 picks all year is really good. 10 touchdowns, 600 yards from McCaffrey. Ricky Pearsall had 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Stribling only had 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. I wonder if Madden automatically put Pearsall back as slot wide receiver. They might have, but oh well, no big deal. And then defensively, sacks-wise, Mykel Williams, holy moly, 17 sacks. Love to see it. 11 from Nick Bosa, 7 from Osa, and then 4 from Fred Warner. 4 interceptions from Greenlaw, so glad we brought him back. Played really well. 132 tackles, 2 sacks, 4 TFLs. Love that. And then some other picks from other guys. Fred Warner with 2 as well. But all right, let's jump in and play the Commanders. My favorite team personally in real life, but let's go beat these boys and hopefully get into the divisional because this Niners team is on Super Bowl watch. We need to get them a Super Bowl as soon as possible because they are a contender. So hopefully we can beat the Commanders on the road to start this playoff run. All right, so here we go. Washington Commanders at Commander Stadium. And we get off to a stop. Or I was about to say we stopped and start things off, but they do get the ball back. And now it's 3-0. And our offense has not been able to do anything just yet. But thankfully, they've only gotten 2 field goals. We get a safety of all things. Okay. So okay, we got a field goal. It's 5-6. We're playing baseball so far. And okay, now there's another field goal. Okay, so it's 8-6. This is such a weird, bizarre score in the playoffs. 8-9. I mean, what is going on? But 9-8 right now. Can we go take the lead with just a field goal? 8-12. 3 minutes left in this game. This game is drunk. Don't even know what I'm watching. But okay, let's come out here and try to take this back. I mean, I just want to at least get a playoff win here because we're only in year 2, but like I said, I feel like there's so much pressure on this Niners team to win right now. Oh my gosh, are you gone, CMC? No, you're not going to be gone, but you definitely get us, a nice gain there. So we'll take it. Geno Stone is on the Commanders now as well. But okay, so great run. If that was Gibbs or Achane, we probably would have been gone, man. But play action. We get Mike Evans a deep shot downfield. Mike Evans has historically owned Washington. I've remembered since his freaking rookie season. Oh my gosh, I didn't get rid of that in time, but we would have had... I might have been able to throw that to Mike Evans downfield as well. Not sure, but kind of saw it late. Anyway, 48-yard line. Let's go back to run the football this time, and let's see if we can get a nice gain here with CMC again. Not this time, so it's going to be 3rd down. Injury timeout to who? I'm not sure who that's going to be about. 3rd and 8, though. Okay, this is 4 down territory, obviously. So let's try to get a nice chunk here if we can. See if we get a 1st down at the very least. Got to move the chains here. And I'm going to hit X, and he's just going to get us closer, 4th and 5. All right. Well, McCaffrey is hurt. I guess I'll substitute him for these next couple of plays. All right, so we need a big 1st down here. Let's do something fast. We don't need anything crazy here. If I could find stick, that'd be ideal, but it doesn't look like this playbook's had. Okay, tight end angle, I like this as well. Pearsall on the crosser or Mike Evans on the outside. Or Kittle downfield if we're desperate. Let's see if any of that gets open here. Sit there. Okay, he hung on to it. All right. Threw that a little bit later than I would have wanted, but it worked out. We moved the chains. Okay. Thought that was going to be picked. Thought that was going to lead him to an interception there. But we're going to go no huddle, try to get one more play off before the 2-minute warning. And oh my gosh, they left RB wide open. Let's just take it. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to get inside the 15-yard line. Wow. Okay, so I was really worried about not getting that 1st down there. But 8-12, we got plenty of time. Now, obviously, we could score right away. McCaffrey's back on the field, so that's good. Should I go right back to him? I don't want him to get hurt again, but we'll try anyway. All right, so decent block. I probably should have just trusted the hold there. McCaffrey's got some wear and tear. I literally have that setting off, but I think Madden just is glitched and it doesn't turn it off for some reason, but I don't know. 2nd and 6. Let's try... Let's just run it. Yeah, let's run it again. We got plenty of time. So he got a 4-yard gain there. Give me another 4-yard gain. And we're okay. That might be a touchdown, actually. Touchdown, Niners. And now we just need our defense to get us a stop. I hit the mic. My apologies. Defense can get us a stop. Or is this going to go to OT? Let's see. And we got to stop on a missed field goal. Wow. Okay. So that sucks for the Commanders. But 15-12. Jumped in a little bit earlier in this video than I would have wanted to. But like I said, man, this game was weird. So Brock Purdy, obviously no touchdowns by either quarterback. It was just a weird slugfest. The yards aren't looking too bad. Josh Downs went to Washington. Interesting. Mike Evans, 64 yards. And you had, some sacks here. Simmons is Washington, no picks. But okay, let's get to divisional. Let's just get out of this game. And hopefully our offense is up and ready to play way better next game. Because, yeah, this was disappointing to say the least. All I know is our offense better be ready to play much better in this game. Because we know the Rams will put up points. I will say we lost our rookie, KJ Bolden. He's out for 6 to 10 weeks. So he'll be out for the rest of the playoffs, which kind of sucks. But 0-0 so far. I don't plan on jumping in this game no matter what. So hopefully we can just get it going here. And 6-0. But the Rams get stopped on a 4th down. That's good. Defense playing well. Just need my offense to put up some points. 6-0. And we're still just struggling. And the Rams, like I said, they're eventually going to take the lead back. I think we went for 2. Missed it. And they keep getting stopped on 4th down. Stafford's still playing for the Rams as well. But 12-15. And can we go respond? 2 minutes and 31 seconds left. I said I wasn't going to jump in, but oh my gosh, I'm tempted to right now. I'm doing it. 12-15. Let's go jump in again. I wasn't gonna, but I feel like, I don't know. It just feels right to jump in right now. So let's see if we can get a big chunk to start things off. I'm going to see if I can hit Mike Evans over the top. Are these guys? Oh my gosh, they blitz me hard. I can't throw that. That's well covered. I'm just going to pick up what I can. So Verse is going to chase us from behind. But if I would have tried to throw that crosser, that would have been picked. Absolutely. So I think that was McDuffie guarding him there. Yeah, that would have been tough. All right. See if we can get a first down here. Kittle, I see you. Just go to you. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a bigger chunk than I thought it was going to be. We'll still get a nice chunk there. 1 touchdown on the day for Brock Purdy. That should take us to the 2-minute warning. And field goal does tie this game, which we'll take, obviously. But prefer to just, go score a touchdown, take the lead. Can I get this playoff before the 2-minute warning again like we did in the Commanders game? Maybe. I think we got it off. Let's go. All right, let's see. I'm just going to throw this away. Not worth it. So, all right, 2nd and 10, 49-yard left, or 49-yard line. Need to get all the way downfield. Let's see if we have it in us to do so. We're going to go empty vertical. I'm looking for you, Pearsall. Well, let's see what we have here. Oh, McCaffrey. This is interesting, too. Going to be out there alone, potentially. Oh, my gosh. You know what? That's not the button I meant to click. But I think that was the best one I could have absolutely taken. I was going to throw a dime downfield. Actually, I don't know if it would have been a dime, but I would have taken a shot downfield, basically. And I think it would have had a shot. But, I was probably better. We just dumped it off instead. Oh, my gosh. I was waiting for Pearsall to clear over. Was that Verse guarding him downfield, or am I an idiot? Is Jared Verse number 8, right? That couldn't have been Verse. Never mind. I don't know. No, never mind. I think I saw something else. Okay. Anyway, besides the point there, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to hit Kittle. He should get... There he goes. There we go. So now we're under the 2-minute warning. Gets us down to the 10-yard line. All right. 1:30 left. Got a chance to score here, but the Rams obviously have a chance as well. I don't know why I'm even clicking no huddle. We should probably be taking our time if we're going to get to the NFC Championship game. So let's... no, we're in 5 wide. So I guess we're just going to take what we see. And I'm just going to... Okay, that was too sketchy of a throw. Injury timeout. So I am going to put on shoe clock and just run the ball. That was too close for comfort there. I'm getting really lucky with some of these throws. All right, let's just run the ball here. We could tie it, but obviously the biggest thing here is I want to drain some clock, and we'll see if the Niners or the Rams decide to use a timeout. That's going to get us down to the 1-yard line. So just need to get 1 more yard. We got an injury to Pooney, which kind of sucks, but all right, let's pitch this. And let's see if we can get the 1 yard here. 40 seconds left. So, yeah, if they score after we score here, GG's to them. But we should get this pretty easily. Yeah, McCaffrey's going to outrun them. 38 seconds left. The Rams will have a chance to respond. Do they? Let's see. And they do not. So, just like that, after jumping in a couple of times here, beating the Commanders, now the Rams. Now we head to the NFC Championship game. And we get to play whoever it'll be. I don't know who it's going to be, but no picks by either quarterback. 81 yards from McCaffrey on the ground. Receiving wise, Kittle had 87 yards. And then defensively, you had a couple sacks here and the interceptions, none, as we saw. But all right, let's get to the NFC Championship game. Let's see if I can avoid jumping into this one. So in the NFC Championship game, we'll be playing the Atlanta Falcons. So let's go ahead and see if we can come out here and beat them. And they get stopped on their first attempt to score. And oh my gosh, they get stopped again, fumble recovery. And we'll take advantage of that. Go up 7-0. And nope, 7-0 still. I thought we were about to score again, but we didn't. What about now? There we go. We'll take the 2-possession lead, 10-0. Defense playing incredible so far. Offense has been very... I don't know. It's been all right. I mean, actually, it's been kind of horrendous. Let's be honest. Not been very good. But you know what? We're doing enough here, and I don't have to jump into this one either. We beat the Falcons 19-7, and we're heading to the Super Bowl in year number 2, which is what I wanted because this team is absolutely good enough to be a Super Bowl contender. And we are headed there again for the third time in the Kyle Shanahan era. Brock Purdy, much better game. 2 touchdowns, 360 yards. Did throw a pick, but that's okay. 60 yards from McCaffrey, 117 yards from Stribling in this one. So love to see that. Also had 2 touchdowns on top of that. Sacks-wise, Zach Harrison, Bosa, Nosa both had sacks. And then Martin had a pick, and so did Overshown. But all right, let's get to the Super Bowl. Let's see who we're going to be playing. Should be very fun that we've gotten here already in year 2. So a Niners and Ravens Super Bowl. That's pretty interesting to say the least. Obviously, these two teams met up in the Super Bowl back when I was in freaking middle school, dude. That was a long time ago, but that was the Colin Kaepernick days. Yeah, quite a time ago nowadays. But we're up 7-0 to start things off. They're going to tie it up, though, 7-7, and it is going to be 14-7 Ravens. So, all right, can we wake up here in the second half? There we go. We tie it 14-14. And the Ravens will take the lead 17-14. Do we have a response here? We tie it at least 17-17. Fourth quarter time. Ravens will take the lead. And oh my gosh, 20-17. Wow, they could not have scored at any better time here. All right, well, we have one shot to draw a, I don't know, like we could draw maybe, oh my gosh, I didn't even mean to hike it right away, but whatever. I'm gonna give Stribling a shot. Give me a pass interference, please. Yeah, that was all we had. So, well, we're gonna lose in the Super Bowl, and yeah, that's unfortunate. They scored at the best time possible. They gave us 1 second on the clock after scoring. That's actually crazy. Shout out to the Ravens. That was good clock management on their part, but third time now that we've been in the Super Bowl in the Shanahan era, and we have lost 3 times now. So maybe 4th time will be a charm if we're able to get there. Next year, that is, but let's run it back. So not really too shocked to see that we're losing Mike Evans to retirement. Obviously, he got a Lombardi in Tampa Bay. Would have been nice to get him another one, but yeah, it doesn't really surprise me necessarily. But Travis Jones, Super Bowl MVP. You did have Coach of the Year going to Kyle Shanahan, which is great. Love to see that, but unfortunately, obviously, falling short in the Super Bowl. Shanahan's familiar with it, and he's felt that once again. So negative $13 million in cash base going into free agency, unless that changes, but no, negative 13. So 11 players to talk to. CMC, Pearsall, Pooney, Green. Oh my gosh, there's 4 starters I'm looking at right now. All right, so there might have to be some tough decisions. So I feel like our chance to win the Super Bowl might have been last year, but we could still make some things work. So Bosa could save. I think we got to cut Osa. I really hate to do this because he's been good for us, but saving $20 million is just something we got to do right now based off all the free agents we have. Bosa, I would trade him before I just released him outright. I think that would be kind of dumb if I just released him. We can restructure Fred Warner, save $9 million. I'm down for that. Lenore saves another $7 million. So that should be able to keep us, keep a few of them, I would say. Greenlaw, we're going to restructure for $2 million. Purdy could save us 22. I didn't even think about that. I think we do that as well. Let's go all in on this year 3. So that gives us $46 million to work with. That's before we trade Nick Bosa. If we were to trade Nick Bosa, which I am considering it, but we'd have to get something pretty good for it if we did, because I do want to win a Super Bowl next year, so it may not make sense to trade him. We'll see. But I do want to keep Pearsall with it being superstar dev, and obviously our offensive line already got worse, so I do want to keep, or it was worse last year, but Pooney is not going to be able to be kept, so maybe just keep Renardo Green instead. Mustafa we could keep, probably keep both of them and just leave or lose Pooney in free agency. So yeah, I think I'm okay with that. So we'll do that. That way we kind of just at least have depth there in the secondary. Cowing, Garendo, we can let those guys go. We still have Kalen Black and all that. So, okay. So, if we were to trade Nick Bosa, I would definitely want something that still helps us win and get a haul. But, I don't know. It may make sense to just keep him because we're still trying to contend. So, we still feel good about what we have on offense. I mean, other than losing our right guard, we need to replace him. But, other than that, I like what I'm seeing. Defensively, Bolden, once he's healthy, they'll look a little bit better. Obviously, we lost our D tackle, Michael Williams. I'm really surprised he didn't get superstar dev after the season he had. But yeah, so I think you'll mainly see me try to get a new D tackle and a new offensive lineman. And we'll probably only do that through the draft because we only have $5 million. So this free agency class could be really good. In which, oh my gosh, Nnamdi Madubuike's here. Jalen Carter's here. So obviously, we could trade Nick Bosa and draft an edge rusher and then sign a D tackle. I don't know what's more important. I feel like edge rusher is more important. I don't know. You can make the argument for either one. So I'll probably just, I mean, what are the offers? If I did trade Nick Bosa, if I did, and I went, you know, and turned him into something else, that gives us $39 million. Let's see what the offers are, and I'll try to keep it somewhat realistic. Jalen Johnson, that would be cool, but it's not really saving us money like I'm kind of wanting to do here. HN don't need Olave. Okay, so we'd have to build our own trade. I think we just head to the draft. I think that's the best thing to do. Let's have some loyalty. Nick Bosa, he was pretty good for us last year as well. So let's go to the draft. Let's draft an offensive lineman. Let's draft a D tackle, and we'll hope that year 3, or we'll still be year 3, but hopefully our 4th time in the Super Bowl in the Shanahan era will be our year. So I'm taking Weston Davis here at our late first round, 31st overall pick. Going to be probably our new Pooney replacement. 63 in true value, got him at 31, but going to be hidden dev, so we'll take that here in round 1. Okay, so there's really isn't any great D tackle prospects in this draft, so instead I'm going to try to talk to the Steelers about trading for a D tackle. So I have my 2nd round pick. I'm going to offer this for Derek Harmon. Let's see what they say to that first offer. They say no. If I offer my 2nd and my 3rd, we're getting closer to a trade, but we're not quite there just yet. Offer my 3rd next year as well. This might be too rich. If they say no to this, I could throw a 7th and maybe get this through, and that gives us our D tackle. Okay, never mind. We're just going to stick with drafting, I guess. All right. So we're not taking a D tackle round 2 because there's really none worth taking. So instead, because obviously we have a problem with Nick Bosa maybe leaving us, not being able to afford him, I'm going to try to take, well, I don't really like any of these edge rusher prospects left on the board. Could take a safety, I guess, as well, even though we really don't need it. But it does look like the best player available. So I'm going to take Tay Johnson here, just to kind of upgrade our secondary a little bit. 14 true value, got my 63. And then we will take a D tackle in round 3. None of them looked overly impressive, though, which unfortunately sucks. So maybe we should have taken a D tackle in round 1. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, it's all day 3 prospects. So we're really going to miss out here. But I'm going to take Edric Hall here in round 3. 182 in true value, got my 95. So yeah, maybe trading Bosa and going to sign Carter and Madubuike would have been the move. We could still maybe talk about the deadline, but yeah, unfortunately, we'll be going in with a massive hole at D tackle probably. So 84 overall and 85 defense, 84 offense. So kind of what you'd expect, but here's what we got going on. So Brock Purdy, McCaffrey, Pearsall, Watkins. You got Stribling, George Kittle, McKivitz, Davis, of course, was our 1st round pick. Moore, Locke, and Rasheed Walker. Defensively, we bring in Tay Johnson, which I'm going to start him immediately with him being a 75 overall. And then, yeah, obviously losing Osa. We have West starting at D tackle, but we have Lenore, Upstout, Jackson, Renardo Green. So we're going to leave the schemes and everything the same because it's been successful. We got a Super Bowl under that last year. I thought George Kittle was going to retire as well, but we have Decker to Graff behind Kittle. So, all right, let's get into this next season. I'm going to for sure throw Stribling in slot wide receiver once we get in the regular season depth chart. And then hopefully we can just get by with having the D tackle hole, but maybe we stop at the deadline if we can. We might have negative cap room though, so we might not be able to do anything. I don't know, but let's load the draft class, and then let's see. Could we make a trade right now, or are we just kind of screwed? Let's see. If I get to the trade deadline, we have 10 million. So you know what? If there is an opportunity to trade for D tackle and it makes sense to do so, we'll absolutely do that. And then the only other thing I want to do is let's go to slot wide receiver. So they actually have Pearsall still there. And you know what? Whatever. I'll just leave it like that then. So, okay. I'll see you guys at the deadline, potentially, unless if I feel like doesn't make sense to make the move. So, let's see how this team does. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and make a trade the deadline for a D tackle. We're trading our 31st overall pick for TJ Sanders. I mean, you'll see why we're doing this in just a second, but they're going to agree to it. But we could not have started off any better. We're 7-0 already. So, yeah, it made sense to absolutely do that. No reason not to. 7-0 start. Yeah, we had to, of course, make a move there. So that's going to give us a massive upgrade, that D tackle spot. I was kind of concerned about it. Now we address it. So we continue the rest of the season. We'll move Tay Johnson back to starting because he's up to start dev now. And yeah, love that. We get to play the Rams here in week 8, but make the move. Now we got to try to go win a Super Bowl after trading our first round pick. So at the end of the season, we finished up at 14-3 and obviously got the first seed in the NFC, which is just fantastic. We were off to such a good start. Love to see it. Offensively, second in the NFL, and then on defense, we were probably pretty special over there as well. Only top 15, but still better than being bottom 15. 43-6 from Brock Purdy has been pretty good for us in the regular season. 16 touchdowns, 15 yards from Purdy or from McCaffrey, 1,600 yards from Pearsall, and 21 touchdowns. What a season from him. Love that. Sacks wise, you had 6.5, 7.5 from Alfred Collins, and then Nick Bosa only gave us 7.5. So maybe I should have traded him. Michael Williams was 6.5, and then Sanders gave us 4, so not too bad there. 4 picks from Lenore, 3 from Bernardo Green, 2 from Roe Warner, 2 from Nick Martin, and 1 from Mustafa. I have to wonder if McCaffrey and oh yeah, they were both rushing yards and receiving yards leader, which is awesome. So I love that. But we get to rest during wildcard weekend, so let's go see who we're gonna play in the divisional round. It's gonna be none other than the Seahawks, of course it is. So they ended up beating the Buccaneers to get to this point. We get to play the lowest remaining seed, obviously. We have Sanders. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Both our D tackle starters are out. Witherspoon's out for them, but wow. The guy we traded our first round pick for is out in the playoffs. Love that. He's week to week though, and okay, so we can maybe get them both back eventually. We just got to get past Seattle, which won't be easy, but I think we can do it. So let's jump in, play Seattle, and they've definitely given us some problems in the regular season, so hopefully we can beat them in the playoffs. Should be tough, but I think we're up to the task based off how the seasons went. So we got a rainy day in Levi Stadium. So let's see how that's going to impact this game. Should be interesting. But we get off to start with possession, and that is a great start. Love that. Let's continue that. There we go. It's the best start I've seen us start with in the playoffs, but they do make it a 7-point game. And, ooh, we got to keep the foot on the pedal. Come on, let's do some more. Let's do some more scoring. Get an interception out of the half, and we will take the 17-7 lead. Would have loved 21-7 there, though, but they get a field goal. We score again. Oh my gosh, they're not going away. They've been okay. There we go. I think we got an interception or pick 6 or something there. I'm not sure, but anyway, that should put it away. 38-17. Love to see that. 38-17 victory over our division rival Seattle Seahawks. Love that. Purdy had 4 touchdowns, 306 yards in that one. I think Darnold threw a pick 6 if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though. So 2 touchdowns, 2 picks from Darnold, 71 rushing yards from Charbonnet. Receiving wise, you had 99 yards from George Kittle, 80 yards from Jordan Watkins, and a touchdown. JSN had 73 yards defensively. Sacks wise, 1.5, 1. And then interceptions, we had Mustafa and KJ Bolden. So love to see that. Was there any touchdowns by either of them? There was. So KJ Bolden did get a pick 6. Love that. All right, let's get to the next game though. 17-38. We're headed to the NFC Championship again. Let's see who the matchup's going to be with. So unfortunately for us, we do lose Dre Greenlaw to injury, but we play the Giants in the NFC Championship game. Now, obviously, we've been to the Super Bowl already in this video. We went there last year, lost to the Ravens, but let's see if we can beat the Giants in the... Wow, it looked like we had a touchdown in our laps there, and we just didn't. But we score, get an interception from Bernardo Green, and we're up 14-7. Get a pick and a touchdown, score off turnovers, obviously a recipe for success. But the Giants get stopped here on 4th down. Dart throws a pass away. 21-14. It's 21-21. And it is going to be a 28-21 game for the Giants right now. So we're at our own 30-yard line, but I did not come this far again just to lose to the Giants in the NFC Championship game. I refuse for that to be the case. So let's try to come out here and take this lead back because, like I said, I can't in full confidence just lose to the Giants right now. 2nd and 1. 3 touchdowns on the day from Purdy, so he's been awesome. We can slip screen this to McCaffrey. We'll absolutely do that. Unless you want to leave Stribling. Do they want to challenge Stribling one-on-one downfield? Let's see if they allow him to be open down there. Nope. Not there. And wow, I'm really lucky that 45 or 49 didn't do anything right there because that was easily an interception if he just animated there. But you know what? I ain't complaining. I got lucky he didn't. So let's just run for this 1st down. Just need 1 yard here. Should be able to get it. There we go. 1st down. Okay, now let's go back to, locking in because obviously that was not a good throw earlier. But all right, let's see if they leave Stribling just open. I'm just going to have to... Oh, wait, just kidding. If this sits here... Wow, and he takes the hit. So that was a dot by Purdy because that safety was coming in for that ball, but Stribling was able to possession it and take the hit as he went down. So that was a great catch all around. All right, let's see. I haven't been able to throw one dime over the top today, and I have, oh, there it is. There we got one, I think. Oh my gosh, 49's coming over, but it doesn't matter. And oh my Lord, these guys are making some great catches. 17, Watkins, shout out to you. All right, we need the defense get a stop now, and they do. So a minute 45 left. Just got to get in field goal range now. We're already at the 39-yard line, so decent field position. Just got to get down the field and get a shot at kicking a field goal with Eddie. I think Eddie Pinheiro is our kicker. So, all right, 2nd and 6, get us 4 yards there. All right, let's keep it going. We'll go right back to McCaffrey. Let's just go right back to him. Got us 4 yards. They're not expecting another run. I'm going to run to the edge. We get a yard, but more than a yard, but would have loved a first down run pickup there. 3rd and 3, a minute 27. The clock is ticking. I don't want to say this is 4-down territory, but man, I really don't want to give this ball back to the Giants. So Pearsall, you could just get open here. That'd be fantastic. He is open and then some. What a dot as Purdy was getting hit. What a great throw. That should get us in field goal range. Wow. Yeah, that was Malik Neighbors is upset on the sideline after seeing that. Minute 13 left. You're going to run it to McCaffrey a couple times here. Try to drain this clock, make them use their timeouts. That was a really bad decision by me there. I should not have ran the other way. Should have just ran straight. I would have been fine. All right, I'm going to go right back to him, though. I trust Eddie Pinheiro. I still think that's our kicker. I could be wrong. So that gets us about 5 yards, 4 yards. Giants starting to call their timeout, so they want the ball back. Makes sense, but let's see if we can get a first down here and not allow them to get the ball back because I don't want to give them the ball back, obviously. All right, so McCaffrey, I'm probably going to look for you underneath for the most part, but nope. Instead, we have Pearsall for a touchdown, and we'll take that instead. Dot by Brock Purdy. That's going to be, I think, is it his 4th or 5th touchdown of the game? I'm not sure, but it's need my defense to get the stop, and they do. 35-28. We're headed to the Super Bowl for a 2nd time in a row, and this time we're going to win this thing, man. We're going to win it. 5 touchdowns from Purdy on the day. What a freaking game from him. 79% completion percentage. 156 yards from Pearsall. Had 3 touchdowns. What a freaking game. And then interceptions. Jakeem Jackson and Renardo Green had 2 picks on the day. But okay, let's get to the Super Bowl, and let's go win that bad boy this time. So of all teams that I thought would be here in the Super Bowl, the Miami Dolphins are not one that came to mind. So that is who we're going to be playing here. So this could be our best possible chance at getting a ring here. The Dolphins, much inferior to the Chiefs and the Ravens. We have to take advantage of this. We're up 10-0 to start things off, but they do make it a 3-point game. I'm assuming the Dolphins obviously drafted a really good quarterback, but they're up 14-10 as I say that. Man, I just cannot lose in the Super Bowl again. Hopefully not. So, okay, we get a nice fumble recovery. Go score off of it. We do not. 14-10. Have been just not being able to score. Get an interception here. Got to go score off that. Purdy. Okay, there we go. 17-14. Get another interception from Lenore. Again, is that a second one, I think? 2 minutes and 46 seconds left. We need to make sure they do not touch the ball again, and we are winning this thing. So let's just make sure this ball does not remain or go back to Miami, and we're going to win this thing. So let's do that. Going to start off here with a run to McCaffrey, and let's just put this game away. That's all I need them to do right now. So going to get a first down run here, pretty close to one anyway. Dolphins use their first timeout, 60 yards in the day for McCaffrey. But yeah, let's make sure they use all those timeouts, and then we can just kneel this bad boy out and take the 3-point victory. But all right, first down run. Okay, we get it, but it was a little ugly. We got it though. The biggest thing though is we made them waste the timeout, so we'll take it. All right, gonna go right back to him. Going to James this time. McCaffrey off the field. James was in for the last play as well, obviously. All right, this time, not a lot there. Okay, we get more than I thought. 3 yards, I'll take it. Last time out by Miami. We need basically one more first down and this game is over. Once this goes to the 2-minute warning, we need a first down past that. Depends when we get the first down, obviously, but we'll do this play with Washington, and let's see if this is going to be a nice run. And there we go. That's going to give us a 3rd and 2. We'll take that to the, or I guess they had one more timeout. Never mind, I'm stupid. Okay, or was it our timeout? I'm not sure. Anyway, 2nd and 29, 3rd and 2. Need one first down, or need a first down here, obviously. I'm going to go right back to running the football. Oh my gosh, they got back there so fast. 4th and 4. I got to punt and trust my defense. We got to trust the defense. That did not work out. All right, let's hope our defense gets to stop. They do. Okay, you know what? It all worked out. So 17-14 victory. Defense holds up for us, and that'll be the way. Oh, it was Baker in Miami. Interesting. Okay. Well, we still win. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know the next team you guys want to see me do. 16 left or 15 now, obviously, with the Niners being done. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.